Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I am actually going to be doing a first impressions of this foundation that I recently picked up at the drugstore. It is the Covergirl Vitalist Elixir foundation. I was just very intrigued by this. I feel like it's always hard to find a good foundation that is, affordable and does exactly what you want. I mean, I still haven't found that perfect foundation. I found one that I love. I've been using like my go-to foundations for so long and I am really happy, don't get me wrong. But if there's an opportunity to kind of test out new ones and see if there's a bit better out there, I'm always willing to do that. And when I read the claims in the back of this foundation, this is exactly the type of foundation that I would want. Hopefully it works and the claims are accurate, but it says that it's a lightweight, full coverage makeup that hydrates and includes SPF 20 and it is oil-free. So what I love about that is that it is full coverage, which I don't actually have a full coverage foundation. I have a medium coverage. It's a bit sheer also, and I feel like, I want something that kind of covers a little more, but I also love that it says it's lightweight because I hate when my makeup feels heavy on my skin and when it looks cakey and stuff like that. So I kind of love that it's both. And also it says it hydrates, which is awesome because I have dry skin and I'm always feeling like my skin just looks dry and like flaky. So I mean, if it hydrates the skin too, that's really an added bonus for me. And also it says it includes SPF 20, which is awesome, especially for the summer months because I don't want to have to worry about wearing sunscreen under my makeup. And it is oil-free, it says, so that's always good to have in your foundation. Kind of prevents acne breakouts and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see if these claims are accurate and if it works well with my skin. Everybody has different skin, and I mean, it does work differently. Everyone has different desires as to what looks good as well. So I mean, personally, I have a good feeling about it, but I just have no idea if this is gonna work. I couldn't even test out the color at the drugstore because there was no sample of that color in particular. I actually got the color 625 Buff Beige, yeah. So, I mean, hopefully that works out. I'm just really excited to see. You guys will watch me kind of have a first impressions about it, apply my full face of makeup, and then wear it for a few hours, and then I will let you guys know my final verdict. So if you guys are curious to know how this worked for me, then keep on watching. So I'm just going to prep my skin right now using the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer, and I'm just going to put that all over my face before going in with the foundation. I really want to do a full face and do what I would normally do with any foundation to really give this a fair shot. So now that my skin feels really hydrated and ready for the foundation, I'm going to go in with it. So when I pumped it, it's definitely a thicker consistency and I really like that. It's definitely not watery. Yeah, so I'm just going to dot that on. So the color seems fine. It's a little bit light in some areas, but I would rather a lighter foundation. I'm going to use this brush because I promised I would. But it blends nice with the brush too. And sometimes it's easier because with my fingers I really have to like take my time with it, but with the brush I feel like I could just quickly go through my face. So right now I'm kind of loving how this is applying. It's definitely fuller coverage than what I'm using right now. And the foundation I'm using right now is 3 times the price. So that's exciting. And I do like how soft my skin feels. It's amazing. It feels like a baby, which I love. I love when my face feels hydrated. It does feel a bit tacky to the touch right now. I don't know if that's going to dry down. Let's find out. I might apply just a little bit more. And a bit down my neck as well. I kind of want to see how this layers, and also I want to see if it can provide a bit more coverage, so that's why I'm layering it. But it layers beautifully, which is great news. And it did provide a bit more coverage. Now, is this the most full coverage makeup I've seen? No, but I think more full coverage than this, especially on me, is not going to look very wearable for every day. And what I was looking for, something I could not only wear for night out, but for everyday use as well. So I do like that it's a really beautiful balance that I could wear for both, and it's not too crazy that I feel like I'm going on stage or something like that. So I do appreciate that it is full coverage. It covers everything that has to be covered, but it still looks natural. So I definitely understand why it says it's lightweight. It definitely does not feel cakey or heavy on my skin, which is awesome because I don't like that feeling, especially on an everyday basis. And I really, so far, think it is holding up to the claims it's saying, but we'll only know that for sure once I wear it for a while. So I'm going to hold on telling you guys too much of my opinion at the moment. I'm going to go on with the rest of my makeup right now, and then I'm going to see you guys in a few hours to let you guys know what I think. Okay guys, so far, like, do you see how beautiful my skin looks? Like, I'm really excited. I'm loving how my makeup is layering on top of my foundation right now. I feel like because it was tacky, it's allowing the products to really sit on it well and just stick onto it. So I'm really hoping that tackiness that I noticed actually is a positive thing and helps this makeup last longer. We will find out. Okay guys, so I'm actually done applying all my makeup how I normally would. Like I mentioned, I actually really love how the makeup looks on my face and how it was kind of layering on top of each other. I do notice that my foundation is slightly tacky still, so it like actually didn't end up drying down like I thought it might. It doesn't personally bother me, I just hope that it doesn't affect the wear of the foundation. So yeah, we will find out in a few hours. Hi everybody, so it is currently 11 o'clock p.m. and I have gone out for dinner and I ran a few quick little errands and I am back. I have not looked at my face really and I definitely did not touch up or anything, so I'm excited to stare myself down and kind of pick at this foundation and let you guys know my final verdict. Okay, so upon staring at my face right now, like a little too hard, I'm noticing that some areas definitely kind of came off. It's bound to kind of come off a little bit. So it's nothing alarming and it's nothing that I notice really bothers me, but it's there. And for those of you guys who, you know, that does bother you, it's important for me to mention that for sure. It's nothing drastic though. I don't know if you guys could notice it, but yeah, like some areas like the foundation definitely came off a little bit. So you notice that you see my skin peeking through a bit and it appears a little bit lighter. Also on my nose, I definitely see my pimple kind of peeking through, and even on the side of my nose, it kind of like smeared off almost. It looks like I kind of just like rubbed it off. And a few tiny little areas throughout my face that I noticed that it was a little bit patchy. So besides that, I mean, this is something that I notice about the foundation even when I put it on. It doesn't fully dry down, and I feel like because of that, it's easier for the product to slip a little bit, so just be careful with that. You really do need to set it very well, especially if you have oily skin. Personally, I have dry skin and I don't mind that luminosity and if it's not completely dried onto my skin, but with that consequence, it's more likely to kind of come off a little bit, and I do need to be careful, and I'm likely to have to reapply or just kind of touch up throughout the day if it's something that bothers me. Like if I have an event or something, I would definitely take my time doing my makeup, making sure everything is well set. But for every day, this is how I do my makeup and I don't mind it. But yeah, all in all, I am very satisfied with how my skin looks. I feel like I look healthy and dewy, and it covered everything that needed to be covered. It's a good amount of coverage. I would say it's more medium to full coverage. It's definitely not like full, but it's not sheer, because I have drugstore foundations and even more high-end foundations that are more sheer than this. So I'm very impressed with that coverage. I think it's perfect not only for every day, but it's great for night outs as well. It's that perfect balance, and this is exactly the type of product that I've been looking for, so I'm really happy with that. I'm also happy with the color that I chose. I just want you guys to notice that it definitely did oxidize from when I first applied it, and yeah, it definitely darkened at least a shade. So if you guys do buy this, I would definitely recommend going a shade up just in case, because it will kind of darken and deepen, and I feel like it'll look a little too crazy if you get a dark shade to begin with. depending on the look that you're going for, personally, I like it to match my skin, if not be a tiny bit lighter, because when I put bronzer and everything else, then it kind of blends very well with my color of my skin. So all in all, I'm really happy. I do like also that it's SPF 20 and that I can wear this through the summer months and not have to worry about putting sunscreen. And I did also test throughout the night if there was any flashback, and there definitely isn't, which is a really good plus. So that is it for today's video. I really hope that this helped you guys out and that you guys like how this foundation looks. I'm pretty happy with it, but I'd like to hear your feedback down below as well. And also, if you guys are planning on buying this product, or if you guys have it, I would love to hear that down below as well. And that is it. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I love you all. See you guys in the next video. Bye.